Hey, it is Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Taurus for the time around the full moon in Gemini, which is November 23rd. You'll be able to see that if you're in North America, probably Thursday the 22nd. You'll probably be able to see that full moon, but it is actually coming into its fullness on Friday the 23rd. There's a lot going on here. Don't be discouraged because Aries ended up with a fantastic reading. So do not be discouraged. I'll tell you what's happening. We have Mars that is squaring Jupiter, and that is going to give us some pretty serious energy. I'll tell you the good and the bad. The good is that you're going to get this like strong, brave, sexy kind of like, come at me bro sort of feeling. The bad is that it can also release the angry, frustrated, kind of behavior that you have, and it can be like, it can cause you to be like impulsive and like tactless and rude and lose your temper, mean, that kind of stuff. So really want to take into account what's going on. A lot of times you can have like, you feel very conflicted, like you need some stuff and then you want this stuff and you're just pissed you don't have it, or your work and your home life aren't balanced and it's really stressing you out, and it leads to like that inner turmoil that just drains you and sucks the life out of you. So keep it, be happy. But the thing is that you're going to be aware of it. Because you're watching this, you're paying attention, you're going to be aware of this energy that's going on around you. One of the things you can focus on to take your mind off of this other stuff is the goals that you had for that new moon in Scorpio, which was November 7th. This can be a time that you could look at maybe fine-tuning some of those goals, see how you did with them. It's not really a time for you to take like a lot of risks and a lot of impulsive actions. And the thing is, this full moon in Gemini gives you that, like, I want to change. I want to sell all my belongings and go live in a kibbutz in Israel. It gives you weird thoughts like that. This is not the time to do that stuff. So just know that that's not the time to do that stuff. One of the keys, I think, is going to be finding a way to release your frustrations in a way that's productive and not injurious to other people. So, like, this is a great time to start exercising, lifting weights, running, walking, Tai Chi, whatever it is that makes you feel good and helps you release a lot of extra tension and energy. This is the time to do that. And just remember, too, like, other people are going through the same thing. This weirdo feeling isn't just for you guys. Everybody's got this weird feeling. And a lot of times on the full moon, we're like, oh, let's set intentions and do all these things. And that's great. But this full moon is funky. It's got some funky energy and everybody is feeling it. So just remember, other people are feeling the same way you are. So try to be aware of that and head off the problems, before they get started. Like, think before you act. Think before you turn on somebody like a viper and just let them have it. Think about it and just remember, hey, these people are going through the same stuff. They're feeling that same weird feeling I'm feeling. So just don't have any like super rash behavior. And the one last thing I will tell you is that the moon is opposing Jupiter. So that can make us kind of like less guarded, garnering like unwanted attention. And you could say or do things that later you're like, that was not me. Like, you could embarrass yourself. So this is definitely a time you do not want to be like overindulging in like alcohol, drugs, things like that. I mean, this is not the week to get drunk at the office Christmas party or the office Thanksgiving soiree or whatever you're doing. This is not the time. It definitely can cause like that, unwanted attention, not the good kind of acknowledgement, right? So I think the theme here is think before you act. Think before you act, because like I said, you're not the only one going through all of this. I think you're ahead of the game here because you're aware of the energy that's coming. You're aware of what's going on, so you have a better shot at not letting this really mess you up, okay? We're going to get one more card, and then we're going to get right into this little bonus reading for you guys. I just want one more card. We may wait till the end if I don't get one soon here, but I have it right there. All right, let's get started. this full moon in Gemini. We start out here with the Queen of Wands, and it looks like this is a great piece of information. I always say she's doing her own thing, and especially when you're feeling kind of funky like this, it's great to take that energy and do your own thing. She's in her own little world. She's playing this harp made out of a tree. She's doing her thing. She's really happy. This may not be a time for like large group activities. So if there are some things that you like to do on your own, like I said, running, lifting weights, walking, moving, you definitely want to incorporate action into your life right now to help kind of mitigate all this weird energy. But she is doing her own thing and she's happy doing it. That is a big indicator for me for this reading, that I think explore those things that you like to do on your own, because this is going to be a tough time for group interaction. So do your own thing, take some action toward that, but really, don't expose yourself to like large groups of people at this time. I don't think it's a good idea. And of course, in the U.S., Thanksgiving is the 22nd, right? So not a real strong possibility that you're gonna be not with groups of people, but really try, now that you know all this stuff that's going on, try to go in there with an open mind and like don't unleash on everybody. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Fantastic card. Almost the pinnacle of like success. So like your work, your home, like this is going to be the foundation for you, these two cards. This is doing your own thing and enjoying yourself in your own company. She's in her own company, doing her own thing, enjoying herself, feeling successful, being happy. I can't say enough times that you need to be on your own right now. Like this is not a time to inflict yourself on other people. You kind of know what's going on with you, and that's cool. Keep it in your own area. Here we have the Eight of Cups. One more indicator. Anything that is not important is just going to get left behind. So just leave it behind, especially at this time. You do not need any kind of extra things buzzing in and out of your life, especially emotional things, anger, frustration, irritation. Leave it all. Hold on to this one thing that makes you happy. Find one thing that really makes you happy. I mean, it could even be like maybe you volunteer somewhere, or maybe you like to walk your dog every day and you haven't made time for it. Make time for that one thing that makes you happy. And notice I say walk your dog. Like alone, it's definitely a time for you to be not around tons of other people. We have here the Five of Cups. And I think Aries got this too. And you might feel a little bad because the energy is just so weird and people are acting weird. But remember, you got these two cups here. They have little fishies in them. All is not lost. It may feel a little odd and a little weird, like I said, especially with Thanksgiving and the weird energy and people that are frustrated and acting funny. Just know this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And I think like this time alone, look at the opportunity here. You have this Nine of Pentacles, which is like serious success. So just know that I think for you guys, the alone time is really important, and it's going to give you opportunity for some other things because you have the Wheel of Fortune here, which means your luck is changing. So that's a good thing. Maybe things have been a little bit tough lately. Maybe especially they may be brought out by this full moon energy. So get through all of that and know that your luck is changing. The Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor. Things are going to be different. Just get through this time. Get through Thanksgiving and everything else. Get through all this time and know that there are opportunities coming. And next we have the Emperor. So again, you have this Queen of Wands, right? She's doing her own thing. You have this success right here with the Nine of Pentacles. And now you have the Emperor, which is like a mentor. He could be a business owner. He's in charge of everything though. And this person is like on your side. They're like they're looking at you. Like they're looking at you. You're doing your own thing. You're keeping yourself in control. The Emperor's not out of control acting crazy. This is just a reminder. Keep it cool. Keep it calm and collected. You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is saying choose your actions very carefully. Look at all this other fruit up here. She's only taking this one piece. This one piece. Choose wisely what you involve yourself with. This Emperor, this is no joke here. This is a huge opportunity. Choose wisely. Don't let all this other fruit up here distract you from the one really good thing. You have the King of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. And I think it's also emotional safety. And when you take this time away and you're very careful about your social interactions, you'll be able to preserve that safety that you feel in vulnerability. You won't feel so, tense and spastic. You won't be picking up all this weird energy. Just you'll be able to preserve that. So follow the lead in the beginning to preserve the way that you feel. That you preserve a calmness. a calmness. And you do have the Page of Swords, which Aries also got, which is use your objective mind. You could get really wrapped up in this calmness and this joy and this great stuff you're feeling and whatever. But just remember, the energy is weird. People are acting weird. Use your objective mind. You know, hey, stay in reality here. Don't get too la, peace, love, happiness. Stay in the objective energy. That's like a little message to you, just saying, hey, remember, people are acting weird. Things are not as they seem, okay? Don't get all caught up in it and don't get hurt. Don't be overly vulnerable to where you could get hurt. And the thing is, I see that you have a little bit of opportunity in this full moon to kind of find out who you are, to kind of, like I said, you take this time away, you kind of find out who you are, and you have this Chariot energy too, which is like, it's overwhelming, and I want you to be a little careful of that, because remember, this is the time where people can act really weird and do and say things they normally wouldn't do, and you have this need, you get this feeling of like wanting change and spontaneity, and boom, here's this Chariot, and oh, you know, it seems like a great idea to go, you know, jump out of a plane. Dial it back. You see here, you got the little turtles down here, patience, kind of temperance, kind of temper all of this energy with a little bit of patience. I'm not saying don't take advantage of something that's coming your way, because there's a huge opportunity coming your way, and I see that here with the Emperor, and I see it with this Queen of Wands, and especially this Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, and you have the World. So, you know, there is a huge opportunity that is coming for you. Just before you jump into anything, before you just, you know, okay, yeah, think before you act. It's the theme of this whole thing. Think before you act. I'm not saying don't take advantage of the opportunity. I'm saying just think about it, take a deep breath, and prepare yourself first. Don't just jump in, okay? I'll talk to you guys soon.